Friday, chat, you need your permission slip sign. Okay, tell everyone permission slips on Friday because we're taking a field trip. And this field trip, we're gonna have to fly to get there. In fact, sometimes it's not even about the destination. It's just about the airplane. Let's go. What could that have meant? Only real keen viewers will pick up on that one. Just salt of the earth chatters are gonna know what I meant there, and they know who they are. Yeah, we're watching that. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I'm kind of going into it blind. It's been a minute since I've seen it. Never seen it. Let's see if it holds up together. I think it will. I think it's pretty good. We are watching Air Force One with Harrison Ford. Has anyone seen that movie? Is that even what it's called? I remember that being a banger movie where like the president gets trapped on his own plane or something. Am I remember that correctly? I remember that when I was a kid, my dad, I think just didn't fully understand, but he showed me and my brother and I, when we were way too young, like all these action movies from my dad's time. So like, that's when I first saw Alien, Terminator, and then like my dad loved Harrison Ford. So like every Harrison Ford, like obviously Indiana Jones, but then like like the random action movies that Harrison Ford was in. And so I have a soft spot in my heart for like all of them. There's, oh God, like all of the random, I can't remember most of the names, but just, and I've only seen them when I was a kid. Air Force One is one of those movies. The Fugitive, Con Air. I don't think that has Harrison Ford, but I remember my dad showed me Con Air when I was very, very young. And Con Air is not a great movie for little Wubby running around. But I saw it. I don't think my dad got it. I don't know, like why it was a problem. Actually, the more I think about it now, I don't think that it was that my dad was like, yes, son, it's time to watch Con Air. I think my dad thought, finally something to distract my child, so I can fucking kick my feet up and try to nurse this headache from this being way too much more than I signed up for. That's probably, now that, that thinking back on almost every decision my parents made, it's more of just like, oh, you're a human. Damn, that got real. Hey, but I liked the movies. As a dad, true. It was probably on like TBS or USA or TNT. Hold on. How dare you insult my father that we were using cable to watch these movies? That is a disgusting thing you just said. We had what we called the VHS closet, okay? Now, you may not understand what that means because you are young and zooming, but we had an entire, because back in the day, if you wanted a movie collection, you had to dedicate either a wall or a small room to that movie collection. It was a little tiny closet, probably like a coat closet, but San Diego, we don't have coats like at all. And it was just shelves of VHSs. Some of them with like the fake, like the normal sleeve on it with the movie written in Sharpie because my dad recorded that shit. But it was like that is how all of the movies I just mentioned, my dad, VHS, popped that bad boy in. So no, we weren't watching. My dad had like all Alien on all that shit. He probably still does. My dad wouldn't throw those away. But I will say watching VHSs now is more of a work than it's worth. I'm sorry. The VHS quality is not, it's not like vinyls where you're like, well, actually it's not, the room scale of the acoustics in vinyl. There's nothing. No, VHS is actually just dog water format. It is, in fact, you probably don't remember how horrific it is. Bro, it's bad. It's mind-blowing what we used to be like, whoa! I was thinking about this and I was wondering, okay, hold on. This is a question. We need to start this game, but I'm so distracted and I'm bouncing things off you guys. I hope you don't mind. I have a question, and it's a question for people who are old. And I'm serious. This might be one of the only ways I can get a real answer on this. I have a question, and it might be hard for you to remember. Okay, I was watching Alien 3 last night, and like movies from this time period, even it still happens today, but to less of a degree, you'll know what I'm talking about, especially in like the 90s. The audio when talking is so quiet, it makes you literally cannot hear it. right? And then the fool, the naive fool, will turn it up. And then all that happens is a transition to a scene where there's background music and my whole house is shaking. And then Ripley walks in. So what I do, I just don't turn it up, put subtitles on, and I acknowledge, nope, I'm not going to hear her deliver the line. So my question for old people, this is legitimately, I was thinking about this. How did this work in theaters? If you went and saw Alien 3 in 1992 in theaters, was it mixed better? Or were you either just not hearing the movie, or were you just ear raped? I really want to know, were you just, it was just loud as fuck back in the day? That's what I was wondering. So it was just blasted? Is this not, okay, I'm sorry, I might be the nerd on this. Is this not so interesting to everybody else? That's great. What do you mean they just blasted it? It was so loud, dude. It was ass loud in the theaters. I'm 42 and I can confirm it was just loud as hell. They also have higher quality audio for theaters. Well, that's true. Here's the thing though. While that's true, I think if you take the average person, not the average audiophile, the average person, I have a nicer sound system than. Not an audiophile. Don't even start. You have a better audio system. I don't want to argue with you, right? But like with my audio system, I was like, what? Like I couldn't hear lines of dialogue. So in like the 80s, did they just crank that shit? I cried as a kid. Movie theaters also have curtains around the whole room for soundproofing, so it helps a bit. So the question is, did they crank it? Was it just quiet? Or was their sound system perfectly tuned so Ripley you could hear? Like, or is it a combination? I really, like, I would love an authoritative answer on, because I was so curious about, I'm like, how could you have consumed this in the 90s when this was in theaters? I cannot hear them talking. And if I want to hear them talking, legitimately, it rattled my room. I was like, oh, it's a good, dude, this would be like a good, I watched a 26-minute video last night about super glue. This would be a good deep dive. Depends on the audio. If watching with a 7.1 surround, it's factoring all 7 places it come from. If you use only 2 of them, then all other sounds are going through the center channels, which is usually, okay, so I understand that, and I know that like where the actor is positioned and where the audio is coming from will determine it, right? But like, I wish I could show, like, there are scenes where it is this close and they're talking right here.
Please check out 1,000 Players Build Massive Civilization in Minecraft by Ish. It's an hour long and will have you cheering at your screen. It's hype as fuck.
I'm seeing the answer that I think might be the actual truth is that the theaters had finely tuned speakers to account for the issues I'm saying. But that is honestly tragic because now the average consumer, and I would even say the above average consumer, doesn't have that luxury, and now it's just, yeah, throw the fucking subtitles on, because when the bass kicks in from the score, I don't want to go deaf. Also, mixing is different now. Yeah, no, I know. It's so loud, but it was nice. I am remembering now, when I was a kid, the theater seemed louder. I don't know if that's a thing. All right, we can move on. I feel like I kind of got my answer, but I definitely want to talk to like an old guy in a private movie. Like, we've rented out the theater to have this conversation with an old man. And I want to be, you know what I want? I want him to be sitting in one row, and I want to be sitting in one row in front of him, but turned over like this, and just interviewing him about like, tell me about the theater in the 90s. Tell me about the theater in the 80s. My dad would give like the least helpful information. I don't know. He would have he would not remember even slightly. Do it and make a main channel video. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a really deep dive here. I think one old dude would be like, yeah, it was loud as fuck, sonny. It's a 15-second video. So I traveled to the Regal Cinema where Bobby Corndog 87 saw Alien 3 in theaters. Yeah, it was loud as shit. Thanks for watching. You guys know what dead internet theory is? No? Great. I'll tell you. And I'm not reading from my Wikipedia. Dead internet theory is it's a theory that like the internet is consisting of bots just interacting with other bots, And as more of this shit becomes common and easier to do and make, bots are becoming so integrated, and they're just interacting with each other in an endless loop to, I don't know, to put some people assert it's to push a narrative or to spread misinformation or to farm ad revenue or whatever it is, right? And I've seen examples of this. Obviously, I've watched videos of it, but I saw a real example on my For You page that was so fucking insane. Okay, and I've been getting these on my TikTok like the past week. So this video has over 8 million views, almost 9 million views. Are they botted? I was a real person that saw it, I think. I'm about to have the Ex Machina moment. It has almost 300,000 likes, almost 9 million views, and it's from a TikTok account called inspiringdesigns.net. And the description is written like an advertisement. So here it is, absolutely obsessed with these active scene patios. And I'll hit play here. Okay, so first off, all of this footage is AI generated. All of it is. I will say it's well done. It's well done. And to be clear, if this technology existed, would be very cool. And I know there's some LED panel type, but nothing like this. This is extremely clean because it's AI generated, right? But this is presented like an ad for these. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, maybe this is like a company using special effects to like make their shit look better than it is. And then on closer inspection, I'm like, I think most, if not all of this is AI generated. She might not be. I don't know. I can't quite tell. I don't know. And then, okay, so I'm like, all right, is inspiringdesigns.net selling something? Because if this is all AI generated, what does this link go to? And what are they selling? What, like, are people buying this product? So, as I'm watching this, I scroll to the comments, which I'll do here in a second. I just want you to see more examples of it. It's very... They also do, like, countertops, supposedly. They do, like, there's one that shows the whole kitchen island. Actually, let me pull that up first. Where is it? Active countertop scenes. Like I said, everything is presented like it's a product you can buy, and they link everything back to their website. So I'm like, okay, I know this doesn't exist. So what are they linking to? We'll get there. Active scene beach countertops. Make you feel like you're actually at the... Look, this is so... Of course it doesn't exist, right? Okay. You get the point. So I go to the comments because I'm like, people know that this is bullshit. Top comment. Dead internet theory. Top comment. From Troubled Dad. I've had my active scene floors for 20 years. They still look brand new. Best investment I've ever made. What? So this is an AI person? So this is a fake account? That was... Dead internet theory, dude. What is happening? Or it's a troll. I don't know. Is it bots interacting with bots? I don't know. This guy just as confused as me. Show us then. Hold on, let's continue. Hold on. Okay, here's Michael Kicklighter. Michael Kicklighter said, yeah, had active scene floors put in back in 72. Still looks brand new today. I gotta look into these people. Are these real people? I can't tell. Is everyone leaning into everything? Is everyone making jokes? I don't know! Welcome to Dead Internet Theory. It's like just fake people interacting with fake people, but then it gets to that point of like, who's trolling? And if you're trolling, how meta, like, where does it go? Troubled Dad, his account is private. We have nothing on him. I think the other one might have been a joke. And then here's what's weird too. This is where I also can't tell who's leaning into it and who's not. Half of these comments are people being like, no way I could ever afford this. So here we have, I can't afford even regular concrete slab. Rich people stuff. Costs more than the house. Do these people know that this isn't real? Thank you. Marno Lau. Scary how many people don't see this editing. Are they people who don't see its editing, or is it bots? The floor is lava is going to be crazy. This person's 8 years old. Great, now I need to be able to afford a house. Nate, it's not real. It's not real. I'll believe it when I see it. Just Google it. I found loads of them, LED floors. No, you didn't. Okay, so then, obviously, the next step, I went to their site. And maybe against my better judgment, I went to their site. And this is where things get absolute. I've lost all understanding of what this is and what the purpose of it is. So their site is not, you cannot make a purchase. It's extensive, and I mean fucking extensive articles. Like insanely detailed, like the detail level you would expect on a website where you could actually purchase this. Right? But there's no way to purchase it. I bet you without your ad blocker, that site is covered with ads. So that's what my best theory is. Is this just a site designed to keep people's... They put out a huge net. And some sort of bot that somebody made puts out a huge net to get as much views as possible, directing people to this site. And then they get people on this site that is unbelievably verbose, and it has so much words and articles, and you just read. And then at the end, there's not... I was scouring this for a place to purchase, and then here's the best part. Here's my favorite thing about this. Ready? It was written and published on February 4th by Ryan Harrison. That man is AI generated. This is not a real photo. I think anyone who's looked at enough AI shit can tell this is not a real man. This is an AI generated thing. I think this whole thing that has millions of views, it's like a whole fucking bot network where the bots are talking to themselves. There's comments on this page. And I believe they're all also bots. They're, like, what is happening here? By the way, that was one page. There are pages of this shit. I mean, it just goes on and on. Oh, there's a YouTube channel. I forgot to show you. There's a whole YouTube. This is where I don't even know who they're fooling. This AI situation is crazy. Cut his mic. Relax, dude. Relax. I don't think it has like any deeper meaning. I don't think that this is some like, we're going to convince the public and we're going to... No, I think this is like monetization farming. But you know what's crazy? To anyone who works in like, or knows about this, correct me if I'm wrong. Come super ignorant, but this is what I think. What if these companies catch on to the like how much of the viewership they're paying for on their ads is botted? Won't this whole industry get turned upside down? Or will they never care? Because like they're part of it, but then who's making the money? How do they make money then? If I'm Coca-Cola and I want to advertise, so we pay for advertising on TikTok, and we start getting put on all these TikToks, and we get like, let's say 1 billion views, right? But TikTok arguably is becoming more and more dead internet where it's just bots interacting with bots. So let's say 40%, crazy numbers, is now botted. Isn't that bad? Because 40% of what we're trying to reach is just going to people that don't exist, who will never purchase Coca-Cola and not spread Coca-Cola. Most AI doesn't interact with the site through a browser, so it doesn't load the ads in the first place. But like, okay, this, for example, though, oh God, this is fascinating. I guess they just don't, I don't know. On the, on the video page, they have a YouTube with 141,000 subscribers, inspiring designs. It's all of their weird slop shit that they post. They have, what is it called where you... They have like duets. What do they call it on YouTube? Here's one. Here's a guy. Hey, what's up, dude? What the fuck? Does he know he's filming himself? I'm not trying to be mean, but does this just fool like old people and very confused people who don't speak English? Raju Rangadar. Because it's not an old man, but he definitely is like, oh, yo, that guy's AI too. That would, if this guy's AI, that would actually fuck me up. I'm gonna click on his profile. I'm on this guy's page. I don't think he's AI, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. his entire YouTube channel, and I mean the entire thing, is this. If he's AI, he's consistent. I just pulled up this one. Bro looks way more comfortable in this one. Who the fuck are you, Raju? Jesus Christ, we're too deep. Well, okay. The point is, this shit blew my mind because it seems to serve no real purpose. I was like, wow, this is crazy. They're scamming people. They're taking people's money, but they're doing this in this so much, like, this is so much smarter than scamming people because nobody gets hurt and you can keep making money this way. It's just what appears to be straight up engagement farming, like just spamming nonsense to farm engagement for money, I guess. It's a spam account that uses this to build views, to get ads, to sell, and then sells the account. Jack's Films covered this very well too. Oh. And then they sell the pages? Oh, this is fucking insane, dude. Whenever you see those videos, report them as spam. It's a huge problem on YouTube. You got it. I will, actually. Although that kind of feels like narc behavior.
Proudly been watching Wubby on my 8K bathroom wall since 97.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Hey, can we be real, though? Those floors would be sick. Like, pretend they were as real as they are in the videos. Those would be kind of fucking sick. Like, not gonna lie, I would want them. They'd be insanely expensive. First video on my TikTok feed. What the fuck is this? Oh, what is this? You posted it. Shouldn't you know? Oh, that's a monkey masturbating. Why would you fucking post that on the subreddit? Grog has said to me, we will make a custom flavor for you for grog. If you don't know grog, it's the Australian. What does it mean, Chad? It's anything for views. And Max Malfall, their drink company brand, right? Okay. And they're like, we'll get you a flavor. And they sent me, it did not explode. They sent me a single bottle in the mail of a new flavor they're working on per my request. And I said I would try it on stream. Then I left it in the freezer on Friday and I couldn't drink it. Luckily, it did not explode. I didn't bring a bottle opener. It's twist. It's not twist off. I'm just twisting it. Now, here's the thing. I could simply request a bottle opener and I would get one. But what kind of man does that make me if I can't just do this? Use the desk. It's just eating the desk. It's going right through the... When I just did that, I had to, with force, pull it out of the desk. Hold on, let me look around. I don't have the same hard limits as some more normal, functional, non-trauma fucked people. But when I lived in the Bay Area, I used to catch the Muni out to San Francisco State and pee in friend's mouth first thing in the morning. So went on a date with this girl last Tuesday. She barely hit me up today, so that means I'm ugly as fuck, right? No,
anyway,
she hit you
how
up.
you doing, big cat?
She hit your good.
Bro,
First
why'd
off,
you go live? I was trying to watch the new Best of PaymoneyWubby 2024
okay,
video.
hold on. There's you, chat. You're a lot tonight. You're too comfortable sharing that you would wake up and drive to piss in someone's. I'll be real though. Chat, I'll be real. Where that guy's at in his life, I think that I'm not there. Let me be very clear. I'm not there. But I think I can understand being at that point in your life. You know what I mean? Like, picture that guy, single, living in San Francisco, right? And just a bad goth mommy, you get on her radar, right? And you guys are having, maybe things are going well. One day, she slides you a text that says, hey, I want you to start coming over in the morning and pissing in my mouth. Now, chat, you may not be there right now, right? I'm not there. However, I could comfortably see a time in my life. I see chat starting to come around to what I'm saying. I could see a version of myself, like when stream ends, like doing that. Poop play? Don't even, like, you shouldn't have sent the message, we're never speaking again. Piss? All right, anyway, grog. We have, this is, I guess I can just say, this is a cherry flavor. I'm wanting to do some sort of cherry grog flavor. You're welcome. And I had buttered chicken for lunch today, and the spoon is still on my desk. So I think I'm gonna try this. I mean, it could work, right? I don't know how people do this. People look so cool opening drinks without bottle openers, and they always know. They just do it. And I'm gonna try to emulate that without a tutorial, just by memory. And I'm gonna look so dumb. In before 14 stitches. How could I? Oh! Oh my God! I'm him! I'm the dude at a party. That was so easy. I did get a fair warning though, from the back end grog people. They were like, "Hey, almost never iteration 1 we go with, and you will probably dislike it. We just need all the notes." You were him till you yelled? You're so right. Oh, I can't even be mad at you. You're so right. You know what he would have done? Hey, drinks ready. Fuck. It's like when you bowl a strike. This is some sage advice from a bad bowler. I'm gonna put you on right now. If you bowl a strike, never pop off. Never pop off. You know how like when you know how like the bowling socially, here's how it always goes. You want everyone to watch you, and what really sucks is when you go bowling with a group of friends and you go up to bowl and you do something big and everyone's just like turned, they're talking, they're eating their nachos, and you're like, I just hit the and everyone's like, dude, okay, is it my turn? That hurts, right? That being said though, don't let them see that. That being said, when you bowl and you hit a strike, don't turn around and fist bump. Just be like, sit back down. But I only have to throw the ball once actually. You only have to throw it once when you hit them up. You'll get there. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try this. This is important though. Like, this isn't really that exciting content, but genuinely, I do have to care and give a real. Chat, I need you to try it as well. Ooh, smells good. Ugh. Oh. We're gonna have to, hey, back to the drawing board on this. Oh. Brother, ew, what the fuck? Take notes? Okay, I need to really lock in on this one. Oh, ay. What are the notes? First note, not this.
Hey, Big Kitty, can I ask for some help? Would it be rude to ask the subreddit for some help getting a job in the Washington area? I love the community so much.
Okay, so I'm actually going to answer that question. I'm going to answer that because I want people to understand. I think people are short-sighted in that they don't really see things from a perspective other than their own. But let me help you because, first off, I understand where you're coming from. Can I ask the subreddit about a job in the... And I'm sure someone could help you, right? Here's the problem with that, right? You could. But if I let you, you're not the only person in the thousands of people who use the subreddit who have other things they need help with. Do you know what I mean? And next thing you know, now the subreddit isn't where, hey, I saw this stupid meme. Here's a pedophile who looks like Wubby. Now it's request, dog in local area. And now it's a nothing subreddit, right? So to answer your question, I don't care. Unfortunately, there's too many of you. So no, if I saw that on there, I'd be like, how is this Wubby related? However, I'm not going to leave you high and dry. There's probably subreddits for Washington work. There's a subreddit for fucking girls putting Sharpies just enough into their asshole so you can tell what color it is, bro. I'm sure there's better subreddits for finding you work. I promise you. I got you. I've seen it. I've only heard about it. This is vile, by the way. But I need to, hold on, let me take another sip. I think, you know what I think I'm dealing with right now? I think it's black cherry that I like. Shouts out to that black viewer. I think it's black cherry, not cherry. Because this has actually coated my throat with like a medicine taste. God in heaven almighty, you know what it tastes like? Kid, that cough syrup as a kid, but not the one that you wanted to drink. This tastes like true blue, like real cough syrup. Like as real, like just plain old cough syrup, not the good shit. It tastes like those one, or like when you have a sore throat and you suck on the little lozenge thing. This is exactly what it tastes like. What would you, cause okay, let me give you an example. Coke cherry or like black cherry, White Claw, whatever it is, they taste good. Why is this? This is just cherry. What is the difference that I need to go? Guys, they're expecting me to have a refined palate, and they're expecting me to have feedback. And right now I go, this tastes like medicine. Is it because I froze it? Is it too strong? No. It's not the alcohol. In fact, I like a, ready for this? This is gonna sound really badass. I like a spirit forward. I fucked it up. I like a spirit forward drink, right? This is not, ask Booty. I'll have Booty try it. I'll have everyone try it when they can, right? But it tastes like medicine right now. And I love the flavor of cherry, and I don't know why it's coming off medicinal. I don't even want to drink the rest of it. I was going to chug it, but I don't want to. Nah, man, that is, oh, yay! I love all your cherry references were like artificial. Well, okay, because how dumb am I going to sound being like, guys, I love cherry flavor. I love cherries. That's the, you know how dumb of a take that is? Guys, I love the flavor of orange. I love oranges. We're not, of course I'm giving artificial references, because we're not cramming macarachino's in here, bro. I just checked the Sharpie subreddit, and it's like the same 3 people posting. I haven't been there in a while.
53 months of
but
this awesome
Sharpies. Is it really? Like, that's kind of sad. That's Trump's America, isn't it? Is it really the same 5 people?
Under Pressure is my favorite
Oh
song
my
of
god,
all
it
time.
is.
Thanks for that, Wubby.
That's mind-blowing to me. That's mind-blowing to me that there's only 5 people, and yet right now I guarantee, I would bet money every single one of you in chat right now has an asshole.
55
And I would bet
months of yeah, baby.
80% of you have a Sharpie in your home. And yet 5 people are posting on butt
Lesson
Sharpies?
3.
There's only so many colors, Wubby. But that's not even true. Every single one of you has an asshole. Not that I'm encouraging this chat to go post there. In fact, please don't. But I'm saying that this applies to the world. If you insist, not insisting. Please stop. Don't do that. Do not, and then don't cross post it to the R subreddit. It will be removed. Don't go on sounding. You know what? I'll say this before we get started tonight. Is there any man in chat who enjoys sounding? And I really, this is something that's been like haunting me for a while. I have never in my life been able to even remotely understand what the, first off, I'm not going to look it up. Do not look it up. Do not. Chat, listen to me. Stay curious. I will explain to you, and I will leave nothing so you don't have to look it up. But I genuinely, like, even shit I'm not into, from an outside perspective, I can go, okay, I see why they might like it. Try it and report back. You can't be saying that like it's going to convince me. That's a huge gamble. I don't even like thinking about trying it. What is it? Okay, just so people don't get curious, because I'm not baiting you. I don't want you to look. Sounding is the act of putting shit in your pee-pee hole. Like rods and not like objects, but like things like rods and all. What the fuck, dude? I know. I'm sorry. You know what? This is the problem with this conversation, is it always goes nowhere because everyone panics and bails on it. But I am so curious if we have a sounding guy in this chat and he's like, yeah, man, I like putting chopsticks up there. I'm muted. Can you wave your hand when it's okay to listen? Nobody do it. Let him be muted though. We'll be playing Minecraft, and the second I wave, I'll go right back into it. This dude in chat, it's so good. Zivasa. Say anything about it. We'll pin your message. What is it? It's not that bad. It can really damage your urethra. That's not surprising at all. Like, how do you put on your dress pants and your tucked in colored shirt and go work in your office and greet the lovely lady working the front desk in her 60s, knowing that last night you had 2 chopsticks deep in your urethra? How do you do that as a human? Not that, again, you can like what you like, but how the fuck do you like shake hands with the executive and smile and high five the mentally challenged person who's there with a great job? How do you do that knowing you're gonna go home and just stuff metal rods? I'm leaving. I'm sorry. Okay, 8% of people said yes. I don't even believe that. I'm sounding to this right now, Wubby. There's no way. I mean, I will say that when you get a community, right, at a certain point, statistically, we have like one of everything. I don't know if we have. We gotta have at least one, dude. Please move on. It's nauseating. I want you to know it does fuel me. The discomfort in this room makes me a little murderer. Yeah, no, we've done this. We do this all the time on stream. Look up like murderer stats, United States. There's like one in this. There is at least one in this stream every time I go live. Ladies sound too. I think I'm good now. What do you mean? It's true? Ash, why? I believe that I am officially confused on what a vagina is. Ladies have urethras. Women have urethras. No. I'm doing the thing. I'm gonna hurt my brain and I shouldn't do it. I'm gonna permanently damage my brain, so I shouldn't. But I wanna know, what is that like? Where else would they pee from? Their vagina? I'm joking. I mean, I know that, but like, obviously I know that, but like, guys, I'm speechless. We've dug too deep. Guys, I'm speechless. Just look at a diagram. Plunge diagram. There's no... Okay, hold on. There is no urethra on this graph. There is no urethra. Pubic area. Clitoris. Also, by the way, fake news. Outer lip. Inner lip. Bartholin's gland? Says who? Fucking says who? Vaginal opening, anus, and the bladder opening. Show me the urethra, bro! Ooh, I don't like this. I'd like to move on. Can we move on? Do I have permission to move on now, or are you trapping me here? Okay, so there's someone on the subreddit named Pitful_health 5915. He posted a photo of me, okay? And the title of the photo is "You're Pale," and it's just a straight photo of me. Okay? Hey man, I get it. You're coming for me. You're trying to be funny. I get it. You got this whole thing going, okay? But here's the problem with what you've said here. Okay, if you're gonna come for me, you cannot be using the wrong "your." You should kill yourself now, brother. Are you my pale what? My pale what? Hey, how about this? Come insult me when you've had your 3rd grade graduation, okay, big guy? My pale what? Absolutely fumbled. And what is this photo from like 5 years ago, my man? You do better. You could have just taken a screenshot from stream and gone, "You're pale." Check his account. I don't want to do that to him. That's fucked up. I'm on his account now. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, little bro. Oh no! Can somebody please post this photo and just say "You're pale"? There ain't no way. Bro, this is why. First off, this guy is just a fan, and I am just fucking with him. We do not hate this guy. This dude's just a viewer. He's just having fun. We're just messing with him. But he is like the melted wax version of me. And hey, I get it. Why 2 forks? Sometimes things get crazy. Sometimes 2 forks, sometimes it's a barbecue sauce, paper plate, and 2 forks kind of day. So when 1 fork just isn't fast enough. If anything, this guy's more efficient. You know what I will say though? I'm gonna gatekeep a little bit with tattoos because I feel like I should. Let me be clear here. You should be able to do anything you want with your own body all the time. And when someone criticizes something you've done to your own body, you get to say, "Who gives a fuck? It's my body." With that being said, I'll never understand why people without tattoos get tattoos in job killer spots. I never understand that. First off, I personally know tattoo artists who won't tattoo that unless you have tattoos, right? When I got my hands tattooed, the first question he asked me was, "Do you have other tattoos?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have a sleeve and I have this and this." He's like, "Okay." I know there are people I know who just have their hands tattooed. People I know. So I'm not like shit talking them, but I'm saying like, I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. What about finger tattoos? I think it depends on the tattoo. Let me be clear here. Again, I'm not gatekeep in the sense that I'm going to say, you can't do that. But what I am saying is, me personally, I do not understand it. I knew a guy who had Taco Bell on his knuckles. That goes so hard. That's crazy. Old coworker had Jesus Saves on his knuckles. Hold on. JESUSSAVE. He's using his thumb? That's a faux pas. Your knuckles are these and not your thumbs, because how do you like, do you do this? It's supposed to be like this, right? What it's that doesn't even make sense. It's 4-letter words. Jesu, aves. Jesu, aves. Cause the or I guess you would do. Why would whatever. Jesus didn't guy that guy's spelling. Dwayne, you want to run that? Hold on, I gotta pin that or something. Dwayne, you want to run that one back? Jesus didn't guy for that guy's spelling. Dwayne is dead on his desk right now, head into keyboard. We're not doing anything. I haven't done anything this stream but talk to you guys. No, but yeah, I'm not trying to gatekeep tattoos. Get a tattoo wherever the fuck you want. It's your body, and you're gonna live in it once. So do whatever the fuck you want. But if you were my friend, like a close personal friend, and you had no tattoos, and you're like, I'm going to get my neck tattooed, I'd be like, hey, maybe start like on an upper arm, or an inner forearm, or a leg. I would just throw that out there. I would. I'm looking out for you. Okay, you might hate tattoos. You might hate them. You might get it and go, ooh. And I'll also say this is now personal. No factual anything for what I'm about to say. I find it looks odd. Even outside of like, well, I could get a job with it. Okay, that's fine. Personally, when I see someone with just a neck tattoo and no other tattoos, I'm like, that's an interesting place to start. Or like a face tattoo and no other tattoos, I'm like, that's interesting. We call them turtleneck tough guys. Hand and face tattoo. That's the thing, dude. You are so insta exposed. If you have let's say you're in a long sleeve shirt, right? And your hands are tattooed and your neck is tattooed. The second you put on like a tank top or a short sleeve, it's immediate, like it's so exposing. Just nothing. When are you getting a neck tat? Like a few months ago. Like, what, are you stupid? I guess I don't show anything ever. I don't even, fuck, dude. It's so, but you know what? It's fun. If you see me in public, you'll be like, oh, that's what he looks like. I've been considering just doing my torso, full back and full chest. That's bad. That's crazy. Go for it, dude. Start small though. Cause like if you have 0 tattoos and you sit down and start getting tattooed, if you hate it, but you've committed to the outline of a whole chest piece, that's it. You're gonna have weird lines on you for the rest of your life. I'm gonna say this about tattoos, then we're gonna move on. Last thing I'm saying about tattoos. Last thing. Chat, I'm begging of you, okay? Tattoos are get what you pay for. Stop rushing into it because you're excited. Wait a few more months, save up a few more dollars. Stop getting cheap tattoos. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Please. I'm not saying you can't have bad tattoos. Everybody does, right? Like, I mean, stupid ones, like a fish that's a penis. That's cool. But get a fish that's a penis from an artist who's talented. Okay? I don't care if it's the dumbest tattoo on planet Earth. Just get it from someone who knows how to tattoo. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Stop buying tattoo guns on Amazon, you fucking 17-year-old perverts. Stop! You're stupid. People who learn to tattoo in prison are the best. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the fuck?
How do you know if an artist is good by just photos?
Because they have photos of good tattoos. What do you mean? What a stupid question. Sorry, I shouldn't be mean. You're really asking me. How do you know? Well, you look at their portfolio. What a stupid fucking question. Like, what? How do you know if an artist is good by looking at their art? Well, it's subjective. So look at it and decide. But what if it's all AI generated? The portfolio is often fake. Okay, I'm not going to get into this. You guys are so cynical and you can't even just let me give you decent advice. Some artists use fuckery with their portfolios. Learn to look through the shit. Learn to identify things, okay? Don't be stupid. All right? Learn to be able to look at information online and make the best judgment for yourself. There, is that good? Also, meet your artist. Always go in for a consultation. Look at their reviews. Recommendations are huge. That's a good one too. Someone recommends you a tattoo artist, you already know, right? I'm telling you, you can, in my opinion, you can tell a good shop. You can. And wait, be patient. Here's a good indication that you're going to a good artist. They're not available. There's a great indication that you're going to a good artist. Not always, though. There are tattoo artists, some of the best tattoos I had, that were walk-in, sure. But if you want to just instant poster of they're decent, like, hey, man, I'm not available for 8 months. I'll put you on a list. That's a good step, like 0, right? Look at their portfolio, meet them. When are they available? Not always. There's nothing 100%. How do I get one designed? You go to the artist that you want. Look at an artist's work. If the artist does work that you like, that is in a similar vein, you approach them with what you want. See their comfortability. Do they want to do it? Are they going to be like, hey, this might not be something I'm as good at? Talk to them. Do you have one you regret? All of them? No, I don't regret any of them. I like all my tattoos. That doesn't mean some don't suck, but I like them. Were you ever talked out of a tattoo you originally wanted? By the artist? No, but I think you have to go in willing to compromise. I do, at least. If my artist goes, hey, this would look better if we tweaked it like this, I'm gonna go, you're the artist. But that's just me. I've also seen Alex tattooed, and Alex will fucking fight this bitch till the cows come home and spend 2 hours adjusting the stencil this much. Either's fine. Both are fine. Anyway, can we move on? Why are we talking about tattoos so much? Okay, I have a story. Now that I have your attention, we're moving past dual lips. I have a story now. I have a devastating tale to spin you. And it does affect you. It affects the stream's audio now. I was chilling last night in Cedar Rapids. And I was like, I'm going to spin up some Ark and play and chill. Okay, a bunch of friends were on, so I said, you know what? I'm going to play some Ark and chill. And I ordered some ramen to enjoy while I played Ark. Now, I know already, and I've already thought about how I'm going to tell this story because I already know, chat, because you're so predictable. The question I'm going to get ahead of before we even continue is, well, why would you eat ramen at your desk? Okay, that's already the question on some of the small-minded chatters. Why would you eat ramen at your desk? Okay, dumb question. The conversation's over. Do I even need to address that? No, because every one of you who has a desktop computer and a desk eats at their desk. Okay, unless you have like 3 children and you do family time or some shit, you eat at your desk. And that includes sometimes messy food, sometimes not messy food, right? That includes sometimes just rice and meat. You're good. You could spill that everywhere. No spoils, but you could spill it everywhere and you just clean it up, right? And even if you don't eat ramen at your desk, I guarantee you right now, if you're at a desk, you have a cup of some sort of liquid, water, soda, booze, whatever you have, right? You have these things at your desk. So I want to get ahead of that and say, why are you eating ramen at your desk? Because I operate almost my whole life from my desk. That's why. All right. I'm not going to go sit alone at a table. Sorry, everyone I'm hanging out with. I actually got to go have my ramen. Like, no, I'm going to sit here and eat while I play. So with that being said, I had my ramen and it was delicious. It was, in fact, one note of it was I noted how creamy, this is not a lie, while I was enjoying it, I noted how creamy the soup portion of it, the liquid, is that the ramen or is the ramen the noodles? I don't know. The soup part, what do you call it? It was so creamy and delicious. It was amazing. The broth, thank you, that's the word. Thank you, chat. Thank you for not making fun of me and just saying it. The broth was so creamy and delicious. So, you're gonna meet, the second I say this next part, you're gonna put 2 and 2 together. But it's so horrible. I bought recently, and if you watch stream, you know how recent it was. I bought a brand new, custom-made, glorious keyboard. I think it was right before Christmas because I wanted to upgrade my keyboard. Brand new. It took like 3 weeks to get here. It was multiple $100s. I picked the keys. I picked the mechanical keys. I picked ones that I had some shipped to me to be able to pick the ones I like. I picked out the right ones that are like chunky and don't make a loud clicking sound because I don't like it and it's annoying for stream. And I've been keeping it pristine. because I love it. It's my favorite. I'm obsessed with my new keyboard. And I go to pick up my ramen bowl to move it away and have a few bites and set it back down, as you do, right? I'm not sitting here gaming and no, I'll grab my bowl, take a few bites, set it down. I go to grab it, and this is the guys. I'm like distraught over this. You don't understand. I go to grab my ramen bowl. It slips out of my hand, which it's, by the way, that just doesn't happen. I don't just like, it just happened. The side was a little too wet on the inside and my thumb slipped. The ramen bowl drops. It hits my desk. When it hits my desk, all of the water out and like perfectly all over the keyboard. I know. And the worst part is I'm in shock. I had no time to react, but here's how it went. The water hits the keyboard, and I'm immediately, all in a fraction of a second, I'm like, okay, what do I do? Get it off the desk, unplug it. The second that water hits the keyboard, you want to know what I hear? The sound of a USB device being disconnected. And even then, immediately I unplugged it and started like a drying procedure, taking it apart, drying everything, putting it on everything. And I let it sit. I dried it. I tried it today. I plugged it in. And instantly, USB device not recognized. And none of the keys work. And it is completely dead. And it was a multi-$100 fucking keyboard. And you know what? It's not, okay, I can buy a new one, sure. But like, God, it took like almost a fucking month to get here last time. And here's the worst part, chat. Here's why this affects you. There's one spare keyboard that is mechanical, okay, in this house. Tell me, here, listen to this. You ready? Tell me if you can hear this. Can you hear this? This is what we're gonna be gaming on until I get a new one. This one is so fucking, and everyone's saying, ew, yeah, man, that's why I don't use it. It's dog shit. It's horrific. It's so loud. And here's the worst part. I was in a game last night with a bunch of friends, like 8 people. We were just playing Ark, right? They don't know about this. If they're watching stream right now, this is the first they're hearing about this, because I'll be real, I was too ashamed to bring this up in any way in front of them. I didn't want to have to answer questions. I didn't want them to be like, you're so dumb. I want this degree of separation by me saying it on stream. Ash just said, dude, this is hilarious. She's someone who was there. There was a time where you guys may have known I was standing still for about half an hour. Yep, I wasn't busy. I was having a meltdown, dude. Like a panic attack. Here it is, by the way. Here is the victim. I don't even know what to do, dude. Glorious GMMK MX 75% wireless. If you want to look up how much money, I'll be honest too. I DM'd them on Twitter. I was like, "Hey, is this under warranty or something?" Like, "Hey, some ramen found its way in there. Is there like a grace period?" They did not respond. Can I have it? I think I want to give it to somebody like I know personally to see if there's anything they can do about it before I say it's worth trying to fix, because this was so expensive. Not a good keyboard. I hear you, man. And that's why you shouldn't buy it if you don't like it. What are you trying to convince me of right now? Like, it's recoverable? Is it? What could you possibly do? Did you actually take it apart and clean it? Or just the outside? I think it could be fixed. I took off keys. I didn't like unscrew the whole device. It 100% can be fixed. But there's so many better keyboards. You know what, chat? You know what? Give me some keyboard recommendations then, and maybe I'll take a look. Take it apart, man. What's the worst that can happen? Well, I hate when people say that. Can I be honest with you? And I know you didn't mean it in a mean way, so don't take it like I'm attacking you. I hate when people say, what's the worst that can happen? I waste my fucking time doing that, and I don't want to do it. And that should be enough for you to understand why I don't want to take it apart. What's the worst that can happen? I don't know. I take apart a keyboard just to see a ramen puddle and go, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And then I go, why did I do that? And that's enough for me to go, I didn't have to do that. I don't know what I'll take apart the keyboard and I'll go, oh, look, ramen and electronics. Cool. I'm glad I did that to prove I could. Like, what do you mean? What's the worst? The worst is I don't want to do it. Razer Huntsman Mini. Okay, I will say, here's what I'm not willing to compromise on. The keys. Do you hear that? Barely. This is what I'm not willing to compromise on. I want that, like, whatever I picked, I'd have to look at my order, but I that's what I would need. LMAO, people recommending Razer. Yeah, guys, I stopped getting Razer like years ago. Just buy switches. Okay, hold on, wait, is there? I don't think there's any more liquid in there. You know what? Let's plug it in right now. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Maybe there'll be a miracle on 34th Street. It's plugged in. Oh. It gave a lot of noise, but there's no keys being do not plug it in. Oh. Well, we'll figure it out. I'll let somebody take a look at it. But if you guys have like actual legit keyboard recommendations, please don't give me Razer. Like, come on, guys. Not that Razer's bad, but I'm past that, okay? The salt in the broth is most likely causing the shorts. God damn it. And you know what sucks too? I'm not even lying. I was so excited for that broth. I was like, man, this broth is delicious. It fucking took me out, bro. The broth was the doubt. I was like, oh, this broth. It's some of the best broth I've ever had. Fuck your $400 keyboard, dude. Go split-handed, be a Chad. I'm not gonna fuck with that. That is insane. Wooting? I thought that was a clan that you can't fuck with. Wooting keyboards? The fuck is this? Nah, bro. Hold on. You're telling me? Look at this shit. Homie wants me to get a Wooting keyboard. Are we serious? Does anybody else agree with this? This is not selling it, by the way. No offense to these guys, but are we really? Is this happening? Keychron? I have used Keychron, and I was likely going to do Keychron. Wooting is great if your job is playing CSGO. It's not. I like a good all-rounder. I don't want to post them on the subreddit, and I will take a look at them if they're real suggestions, but please explain your suggestion. We won't do it now, but that's what happened to my keyboard last night. It was just devastating, man. Like, it's one of those things where you want someone to be like, don't worry, bro. It didn't happen. Like, I have you just want a stranger to phase through a wall and go, hey, bro, I actually have a keyboard right here. Don't worry. It's the same exact one you ordered. It's all stages of grief. It really is, though. I'm like, man, like, what the fuck? And then you start running it through your head like, and by the way, I know some of you have the same experience where you could have stretched your arm a little further and your mother wouldn't have dropped to her death. I know. Okay, this is my 9/11, whatever. All right, I'm just sharing my experience, right? But like, I start then thinking about, man, if I just would have grabbed the bowl differently, I'd still have my expensive keyboard. Or, oh, if I just fucking moved, like, you just start thinking about everything. Fuck. It's gone, man. It's gone. It's fucking gone. 9/11 was my 9/11. Oh, through blood and bone. Okay, bro. Get over it. My keyboard broke today. Shit happens when you control your own destiny. Shift happens. That's good. You can get a silicone keyboard cover while you're eating. You know, while that is like immensely cringe, it's like a bib for my fucking keyboard. I actually probably can't talk shit anymore because you're kind of right. I'll say this, unless I'm not remembering, because I feel like I've streamed for long enough, I will say something innocently forgetting that 7 years ago I said something contrary. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly, I don't think I've ever destroyed a keyboard with a soup. So I never even considered this as like something to watch out for. Yeah, I've spilled crumbs, I've spilled water, you know? That happens, right? But I've never dumped a full bowl of ramen exploding my keyboard. My keyboard has a rubber membrane that saved me a couple times. Yeah, I know. You're cool. Just don't eat at your desk. You fucking Dennis Nedry level slob. Who is Dennis Nedry? Oh, it's the guy from Jurassic Park. You know what I will say about that, though? Ernest Goes to Hell, who just said that. We actually accounted for this. And I'm going to ban you because you didn't follow along with the class. If you don't eat at your desk and you are on your desk like I am, like chronically on my desk, you are the fucking weird one. I feel like it is significantly weirder if you work from home, your hobbies are at your desk, and your work is at your desk. I find it significantly weirder if you walk to your dining room table and just... That's weirder to me. If you told me you did that, I would find that way more autistic. Everyone right now watching on a computer, I would bet money 99% of you have some sort of consumable, food, water, dinner, snack, at your desk within arm's reach. Of course you fucking do, because why would I inconvenience myself so Ernest Goes to Hell in my chat would think I'm less nerdy? Oh, bro, shit happens. Hold on, I'm gonna read the rest of his chat because I bet this guy's mad. Return the keyboard. Cum crusted crosshair. Stop trying to act like you're not cavalier with your finances. What? Dude, I will tell stories on the stream, and the takeaway some people get, I swear to God, they have me muted and they're listening to something else. Those fellas look like their cocks are unsullied and untouched. You know what? He's right on that. That was about the keyboard, guys. He said, I've got a ducky and I could kill someone with it. He lost me. He lost me on that one. You know what? Here's what Ernest Goes to Hell. I'm not going to ban you. All right. I think what's happening is you're a little bit excited. I don't think you're a hate watcher. I think you're excited. I think you got a little excited. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Mods, short leash this guy. I'm going to give him a 30-second timeout. Then he's banned from using caps lock in this stream for a month. Ernest Goes to Hell. If you get caught with caps lock, it's a perma. You've been the last like 20 messages. You've been stuck on that shit. Actually, I'm looking through the rest of your chat now. The last two... Right, as of right now, bro, 90% of your messages this year are in caps. So you know what? 1 month, no caps. I want everything lowercase. I don't even care. Proper nouns, lowercase, bro. He spilled soup on his keyboard and it's stuck. Well, all he had to do was say that. I can't type in lowercase. How dare you say that this is me? I share nothing in common with this man. How dare... I'm not... How dare you? How dare you clearly offend me? How dare you? He was funny, you know? You know what's weird? I haven't seen Jurassic Park in many years. I don't remember him being so fucking fat. So my God, when you're a kid, you don't see fat, I guess. This guy was way skinnier in my head. That's a big motherfucking boy, dude. My God. Hold on. Also, I got it just for my own sanity. I am pulling from nothing right now. I guarantee Samuel Jackson is eating at his desk in this movie too. Sam Jackson's in this movie, right? Sam Jackson, Jurassic Park desk scene. I guarantee this man's eating it or has some sort of food or water at his desk in any way. Now, I didn't have any of this prepared because I didn't know this guy was going to come in and call me Newman or whatever. All right? I guarantee he has food or water at his desk. I guarantee it. Is that Oppenheimer? And I am becoming death. I am becoming death. I am... Show the desk. Okay, first off, cigarette. Baller. Smoking is so fucking cool. Let it go, man. It's at the filter. Let it go. Oh, motherfucker! Oh, motherfucker! Oh, motherfucker! Oh, motherfucker, dude! Boom! He's at Nedry's desk. Damn it. Well, hold on. Where's Sam Jackson's desk? Because I don't believe he doesn't. Why does he have like a tomato? I feel like this, can I be honest with you? This feels like a fitness guy's idea of what a fat guy's desk would look like. There's nothing fat about this desk. This is a fake fat guy's desk. Like, what if fat people like donuts? Put a picture of a donut because he's so fat. Put a fat donut on his picture because he's so... It's like a gym bro. That's a stress ball? I don't know. It could be a shiny tomato. There's gotta be... Okay, hold on. I need the full scene. Hold on. What would that scene... When they first get introduced? Jurassic Park, Sam Jackson, every scene. Sam Jackson, hold on to your butts. There's got to be food in this scene somewhere. There's got to be food. Oh, okay. Ha! There's a bowl. That bowl could contain liquid. That wasn't Newman's desk either. That was Sam's desk. I'm right, you know. Okay, there's nothing on there, but okay, actually, you know what? The more I look at this, though, the more I'm realizing there's nothing good about these desks. Look at those chairs. Anyone work in an office? Put a 1 in chat if you work in an office. Those chairs, these scientists will get nothing done. Why? Tell me why, chat, if you work in an office. I mean, that is just what is it? RS, repetitive stress injury, city, bro. Lower back, no support, no lumbar support. Arms flailing. This is terrible. You know, maybe Sam Jackson doesn't eat at his desk because the only comfortable sitting arrangement is in the break room. And you know, to say I'm coping is disgusting. Hold on, I gotta show this bowl real quick. Let's analyze this. Whose desk is this? Is this Sam? There's a wrapper. Man, they really don't know how a fat guy would do his desk. Hold on, this is Peanut has a link here. Oh, we have a wide shot of everything. And this is perfect. It's actually filmed. This is awesome. It's filmed with a camera pointed at an old CRT, which we love. This is his desk. He's got to have something on there. A cup! That is a Jurassic Park cup, ladies and gentlemen, filled with potentially liquid, which means Sam Jackson, skinny, hot, powerful, black, has just as much potential to blow up his keyboard as I did. Done. You lose. You get nothing. Not his desk? How many fucking You're racist. How many desks is he going to sit at before you say it's his, bro? What year are you living in? That Sam Jackson could not have a desk? That's not his desk. That belongs to the white man. What the fuck, bro? What are you talking? That's his desk. Thank you, Kenroy. Thank you. That's a mug for pens, ladies and gentlemen. That is cope. There's a pen in the mug. No, there's not. He has a wrapper. He has a food wrapper on his desk too. Boom, boom. Look at the mouse. Boom. A sweet treat, maybe a candy. That's a man who eats at his desk. Boom. That's a Post-it note. How far are you guys gonna take this? Shut up. He's smoking. That's worse. He's smoking. This might be the weirdest rabbit hole argument we've ever done on this stream. Whenever you get into like something heated like this, it's important to take a step back and remind yourself what point you were even trying to make, because sometimes you can get so lost in a semantics argument that you find you're arguing about arguing instead of just, you know, discussing what the problem is. So let's recap. A chatter said that eating at your desk is so fucking insane. You're like the fat guy from Jurassic Park. Like, eating at your desk, that's vile. You're a fatty, right? And I said, eating at your desk is so normal, it'd be weird if you don't. Sam Jackson, a cool, powerful Mace Windu black guy, okay, is one of Newman's coworkers in Jurassic Park. And I'm saying, I bet you he ate at his desk. It's gone back and forth. Has he, hasn't he? So now we're going frame by frame in Jurassic Park to determine if Sam Jackson has ever eaten food at his desk. We're looking for any kind of evidence we can find. All right? Now, I'll say this. One angle we're not looking at this at is Sam Jackson is a chronic cigarette smoker, which does curb your appetite. He may not be eating at his desk, not because he finds it a fatty activity, but because he is smoking cigarettes multiple times per day. Sam Jackson has never eaten at his desk, though. How do we know that? Someone is saying he eats a Snickers at his desk. I need the clip. I don't know if this is true. Where is the clip of him? If we have a clip of Sam Jackson eating a Snickers at his desk, it is over. It is over. It sounds right. I think that's true, actually. I need the clip. Somebody watch Jurassic Park on 8x speed right now. You're lost in the sauce. You know what it is? You're just not brave, bro. You are a bot in society. When someone presents you with, does Sam Jackson eat at his desk in Jurassic Park? Okay? You go, I don't know, and you move on. Because you know why? You're not rich because you don't want it enough. All right? You're not smarter because you don't read enough. You don't know if Sam Jackson eats at his desk because you move on. You're being Dennis with the eating cereal in traffic. How dare you? That is insanity. Eating cereal in traffic is fucking insane. This should be a field trip. Why are people saying he eats a Snickers and not providing the link? Oh, here we go. Here's a link. This is the same clip, motherfucker. We've seen. Is this the only scene he's in the movie? Okay, far right side of the desk. What is that? Here we go. Far right side of the desk. What is that? Oh! Far right side of the desk. Is that a baklava? Is that a fucking balaclava sitting there? And there is the mug. No pens in sight. In fact, another rapper there. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Mace Windu eats at his fucking desk. Case closed. Ban that guy. Fucking ban him. It's over. That's not his desk. Damn it. Why does the fat guy get 3 computers? Hey, thanks, Camroy. Good looking out. Honestly, what I'm doing for you, I mean, this is huge, man. Like, if we prove this is a breakthrough. We won't be limited to 1 month. I'm about to unlock the potential of Black History Year if we can crack this code. And I'm glad some of you see that. Some of you see the vision. Okay, I'm getting links now. Here we go. Oh, this is also Newman's desk, bro. Wait, is it? Hold on. This is not Newman's desk. It is Newman's desk. This is the fucking Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer? What a complete slut. Oh, okay. Okay. This is this actually, I don't know. I shouldn't show this, but this is the truth. I have to show it. What a complete slut. Wait a minute. No! This proves our point. He didn't say this guy is disgusting for eating at his desk. This implies that Sam Jackson removes his bio waste after he's done eating. Sam Jackson will say, oh, I've just had a bite. I'm going to take this to the cafe. He didn't say, ugh, he eats at his desk. What a fatty. He said slob. He said slob. Slob implies he's left a bunch of garbage. Oh my God, I can't get over this, dude. We have another link. Hold on, another link just hit the tower. Hold on.
Item 151 on today's glitch.
Okay, let's take a look here. What is he doing?
Glitch list.
What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? That could be a candy bar. This is still not his desk, Wubby. Does Sam Jackson have a fucking desk, bro? Jesus Christ. I think this is a larger conversation here. That's Ramon's Duval-Lean package. That is a clipboard. I'm seeing.
We have all the problems of a major theme park and a major zoo, and the computers aren't even on their feet yet.
Maybe he's just professional, guys. He's just tidy. He's just tidy.
It could have been worse, John.
Oh, there are pens in the mug.
Wait.
I saw another mug. And that mug. I don't think that's a pen. What pen has a little arm? I don't know what you're talking about. Please, Wubby. Please, what? What could be more important than this? Jesus Christ! I think that, unfortunately, this doesn't... now, okay. I have to be a man now and concede. I have not seen any evidence that Sam Jackson eats at his desk. That's 1. 2. That does not take away from my initial point that existed and stood tall without Sam Jackson, which is, if you're sitting at home right now and you're at your desk, if you primarily use your desk for fun and work from home, you probably have a drink, and when it's time to eat, you will probably have food at your desk. You will. That's what I'm maintaining. However, I do not fully concede that we know for sure Sam Jackson did not eat at his desk in character in the movie Jurassic Park. And the two things I'm holding on to are, one, he is currently on an all-cigarette diet. He may have a photo shoot coming up where he needs to make weight and doesn't want to tempt himself with food. That's one. Two, when he puts Newman's shit to the side, he calls him a slob, implying Newman does not clean up after himself, not implying it is weird that Newman eats at his desk. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And anyone saying otherwise is racist. Is eating at your desk unreasonable? That's already... Can I tell you right now? That's already case closed. Eating at your desk is not unreasonable. I've actually moved on from that because that was such a slam dunk. All I'm interested in now is if Sam Jackson ate at his fucking desk. And I think I'm never going to let this go until Sam Jackson himself weighs in on it. Do you think your character would have ever eaten at your desk or drank? He seems like a cigarettes and coffee guy. He just does. He seems like a cigarettes and coffee guy. Get him on call. You want to call Sam Jackson right now? See if he's on Discord. I'll see if he's online. I don't want to bother him if he's not online. I'll call Sam Jackson if he's online. Let's see. Oh, he's online. He might not pick up, though. Let's call Sam Jackson. He might be nervous. Oh, Sam Jackson! What's up, man?
I'm walking here. Hey, I'm...
Wrong number. That was, I don't actually know who says that. Who was that?